Hi everyone, I'm Eriko, Tokyo UX 2022 Tokyo team. And we, that UX Tokyo, have been alive since 2015. We have regular workshops and online coffee meetings. Let me introduce our team members. Hey, Kami! みんな入るかなはい。はい、にほー。
Hi,
はい、あとみんなここに。
I'm Noriko.
のりこ。
I'm Rie.
のりえ。はい、thank you everyone. Hi. And today we are broadcasting live from our partner company, English. I would like to introduce Ko-san from English. Ko-san, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Eriko-san. Yeah, let me share my slide. Okay. Yeah, hi everyone, and good day to you all. Nice meeting you from Tokyo, Japan. Today, I would like to just introduce about our Ignis Flat. It's an incubator in Japan. So the Ignis Flat is a startup supporting incubation facilities opened in May last year. And it is located in Tokyo city center, about 5 minutes walking from Suidobashi Station or 15 minutes from Tokyo Station. We are an incubation facility certified by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government, and we have mainly 4 plans for membership, including the incubation office, my booth, co-working space, and also the startup support plan. All our members can use the Ignis address for their corporation registration. So at Ignis Flat, we have startup directors and ambassadors to assist you. The startup directors will escort and support startup in nationwide and also global business expansion, funding, and business development support. Ambassador is the specialized professional like the accountants, lawyers, entrepreneur, and etc. So they will advise you on your problems. Moreover, with various support approaches such as we have the community and also event as well. So widen the market for the new businesses. All our members can use our incubation center at other cities as well. For example, in Moriya, Nagoya, Osaka, Kyoto. So all of them can use this center with a discounted rate. We offer 2 types of support service to the foreign startups. For startups who are not in Japan, we can provide the consultation package to help our clients to solve their worries in setting up a business, the market needs research, and others' worries. Once they decided to set up a company in Japan, then we can provide the company setup package to support for the business procedure, office or working space, and also help them to set up the bank account and so on. At Ignis, we have the multiple language staff support you language such as English, Malay, Chinese, and etc. So here is a floor map of the Ignis. So Ignis have 3 floors, 5 meeting rooms, and 10 online private booths, 16 rooms, private offices, and also co-working space. So this is the map for the co-working space, which is located at 9th floor. There's a small event area, online booth, working areas with about 15 seats, and free drink corner, book corner available. So it's open 24 hours, 365 days. So currently we are webcasting from the co-working space. So as you can see at the background is the real co-working space that currently we are in. So at 8th floor, it consists of 3 meeting rooms, the online booths, and private room as well. At 7th floor, there are 2 meeting rooms, online booth, and also private office and the shared office. So this is our meeting rooms and also boom booth. So this for global events, we also having a global events, for example, the casual meetup, and also sometimes we have a one-to-one discussion meeting with the startup from overseas. And also we have a seminar, for example, how to start a business in Japan. And also we provide the global startup pitch event from time to time for overseas startups. So thank you very much for today's, and I hope you know a bit about our incubation center in Japan. And then if you would like to know more about Ignis Flat, please scan on the QR code or the homepage as well. And also you can email me anytime. And for information, if you are interested and you come to Japan, so you can try our Ignis Flat co-working space for free for 5 days. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this today's seminars. Thank you. Hey, Eriko-san, I pass it back to you.
Hi, thank you very much for yes, Kosa's background is in facility. Yeah, it's a good, nice place. Thank you, Kosa. Into the program. Yeah, Miho-san, please.
Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone from all over the world, and welcome to Talk UX 2022 Tokyo. We are thrilled to see you today, and we appreciate that you decided to take time for this event. I'm Miho Kurai, and I will be your host in this session. Before we begin, let me give a quick rundown of our house rules. Kindly note that this event will be recorded. We hope that you are all excited about the presentation. I'm sure you have questions that you cannot wait to ask them, but these will be answered after the presentation have finished. In the meantime, feel free to type in your questions in the Q&A chat at the bottom of the window. So let's get started. Our memorable first speaker is Fumiko Inada from Malaysia. She is the business founder of Bee Informatica Inc., which provides a business platform supporting women and entrepreneurs with microfinance and business needs. The agenda is UX in Fintech. Let's welcome and hear it from the founder herself. Fumiko, the online platform is yours.
Thank you, Miho-san. Thank you, Eriko and Charlotte. And thank you for inviting me this wonderful Talk UX event as a speaker. So hello, everyone. This is Fumiko. I'm a CEO of Bee Informatica. So let's today we're going to share with our experience as to offering the microloan, also using the psychometric platform for supporting for the micro entrepreneurs. Okay, let me share our pitch document first. Is it okay? I hope it's okay. Yeah. So we are Bee Informatica. We offering the financial access platform based on the psychometric test platform. First of all, yeah, we explaining briefly about our corporate structure or what kind of service, what's the concept of this service. Then later on, I can do the demonstration of using the system, both side and in Malaysian office, also the Japan office. We have 2 branches. So you can enjoy to see our actual UX later on. So first, our mission is maybe we respect each of the micro entrepreneurs' willingness, the willness, and also the capacity or ability as to start the business or to make dreams. And we offering the financial service which supporting for their dreams. So basically, we have 2 structures. Sorry for some mistype or anyway, our headquarters in Japan we offering the psychometric platform for financial institution in Japan, as well as we have 100% subsidiaries in Malaysia. Actually, the Malaysia, we acquired the micro lending license from Malaysian government, and offering microfinance service more than 1.5 years. So actually in Japan side, we creating a strategy, also financial scheme as a headquarter, also offering the psychometric platforms to focus on the financial institution. And also the Malaysian side, we offering the actual direct micro loan to the micro entrepreneur. So the two branches have a different functions. So basically, our concept coming from Bangladesh, which my background's briefly to talking. So I started my career from Central Bank of Japan, and then spent almost 10 years, most of it in financial sector. Banks, also consultancy, also security companies, so to acquire the basic knowledge of finance. Then after that, I have experienced NGO activity when I'm university students. Then I want to combine in these two experience into one. Then my keywords is microfinance, which Dr. Yunus got Nobel Peace Awards of 2006, then I really feel attraction to go to Bangladesh to learn more about the microfinance. So after work, I decided to go higher study UK. Then after that, I transferred to Bangladesh to learn more about the microfinance philosophy in the BRAC. The BRAC is one of the biggest microfinance institution. So there are three keywords of there. So they have a company with the clients. So always 3 times in a week, they have a town meeting in the town. Then 30, 40 women sit in the same place. Then they teach the basic financial literacy, or most of the basic transactions that happen in this town meeting. So they always accompany with women. Also, second, they solve the most of the issue in their business, creating the group. So they call the group lending. So they set the 5 members into the one group. They share the responsibility of once someone failed to repay back, the rest of 4 need to responsible to repay back instead of that lady. So it's kind of a pressure, we call it social pressure, but also they have a sharing all the experience and knowledge and to help each other. So this is really great, the community base of the solution. Also, they have the value chain, whole value chain. The women is one of them to creating the product, but this microfinance have another value chain like marketing or transportation, everything. So they really, really good business model to selling their product into the city. So I learned a lot of things from the microfinance in Bangladesh, then try to combine with the technology and to customize in the modernized world like Malaysia. So yeah, currently we have the team in Japan, also Malaysia. So here is a team in Japan. There are some the strategy side, also technology side as the engineer. Also, we have 2 data scientists and who creating an algorithm for psychometric tests. Later, we can explain it more in detail. Also here, we have branch in Bangladesh under CTO, this Manjul. Then we have 4 engineers to creating our system. Also, we have the lower part is the Malaysian operation team. And so they do the conducting the other operation in microfinance. So let me introduce more about the psychometric test. Basically, we find the issue of the traditional finance too much rely on the past analysis to utilizing the financial statement or the CITOS in Malaysia. They call the historical credit history. credit history means someone who must have the some financial transaction past, otherwise they couldn't get the credit history, and then otherwise they cannot get the score, then they cannot access the loan. That's a logic. So if the micro entrepreneur who just start the business usually doesn't have any credit score, then if they visit the banks, they don't get the score, then they cannot access, they cannot pass the traditional assessment process. So this is like malfunctions. They are too small. They cannot acquire the traditional finance. So we want to solve this issue more better. So we focus more future rather than past, means everybody has some potential, we believe, and then inside their mind or inside the behavior pattern, they creating some thinking process, logical process, or willingness or capacity. So we believe this kind of potential. So we want to extract this potential in the score. So that's why we use a psychometric data as one of the data which we create in the credit score. So this psychometric data, we use the 3 elements, entrepreneurship and financial literacy and compliance. So these 3 is all related to, first one is related to how to generate income. The second one is how to control the limitation of the borrowing money, the amount of money which they borrow from us. And third one is analysis of the behavior of the punctuality or responsibility, reliable as a human beings and as an economic person to following this law or not. So basically, we offering 48 questions. Usually it takes 10 to 15 minutes. So in offering by digital, so most of the, they can operate it from their home or anywhere they can access in our system using a website or smartphone. So that's the thing. It's really easy and to go through the psychometric test, then to get the score. Then we analysis depends on this score plus bank statement. Also, we can check some small the financial data because this psychometric data is not fully enough to check the balance of the actual cash flow. So currently we rely on this psychometric test score, the credit score, and also the bank statement score. So we make analysis of these 2, then to get we make a decision to whether we disperse loan or not. So I think I want to wrap up, to shift in our demonstration from now on. I'm gonna share with my website. So this is the website in Malaysian side, and so this is a landing page for Bee Informatica. So someone come and then want to borrow the loan, so they can log in from here. Then that's my ID and password, so can log in. Then usually first person to fill up the form for the basic information from here, applicant information, everything, the individual contact number or emergency, blah, blah, blah. Also the business information, like here, if you have, because our target is small business owner, so this might be the business loan. So only currently we give it the service for the business owner, then who are registration in the city municipal. So they should have registration number. So that's only the requirement that which they can apply for a loan for us. So this is the page for the business information, also bank information, and some documents of like a bank statement or ID. It's like a KYC we did. And this is the psychometric test, which we start from here. Then do you want to test? So here is the site for the Malaysian side of the psychometric test. So basically, we following the three elements, the entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and compliance. So we have that 48 questions. And also that we have a time limitation, this time and for 25 minutes. And so you can go through, then we offer in the 5 options. So if you read these questions, then if you say most agree, maybe you can click like this, then it depends. So you can just click, depends on your, so we promoting the answer, all the follower to answer instinctively. It's don't too much think about it because it's like a artificial manipulated the answer. So we asking all the follower to answer very instinctively, very quickly. That's why we offering the time limitation for 25 minutes for 48 questions. So you just answer like this, then yeah, of course you need to read the questionnaire. Now I just roughly to answer the questions. Then so here is the questions. We call the case study. So we check in the compliance sense depends on this case. So so it means if under some pressure. So if the company drastically go down for the revenue, drop to almost half from compared with the last months, then but you still have the fixed cost, or also you have the repayment amounts, then do you pay this fixed cost? Then you need to think, so you need to imagine, so in this extreme situation, what you behave. We expect to you pay means, you manage, if you lack of some money, you manage to acquire money from somewhere else. Then you need to manage of this fixed cost or the payback loan. So that's that we expect the right person who can, we can provide the money. So same, so this is like a pressure case study for pressure, under pressure. So this is the analysis for the someone's response and compliance sense or responsibility. So some questions I don't like challenge. This is the entrepreneurship questions. So it's kind of at random, I guess, to asking 3 elements and to answer the instinctively. I need to finish up for the all the score. Still, we continue it. I want to show some score set. So this is, still it's under, on the way though. You can get the score. So depends on the skill set in the entrepreneur, financial literacy, and compliance. So you can see after this submit the score as individual, you can also enjoy to analyze it, your score. This is like a bonus. It's not necessary, and because the purpose is to get the score, credit score for financial sector, but also we think it is might give it some fun, also give it some valuable information about to know you more. So according to these 3 elements, so you can also know your score compared with the average standard level. Then yeah, so this is kind of analysis of your behavior pattern. So this is the total score. Then we judge, depends on this total score and compliance sense. Then we judge whether we can share, or we can give the loan or not. So this is the user side, the Malaysian side of the microfinance. On the other hand, we also developed the Japan side. I can show you this is the demo for Japan side. As Japan branch currently try to work on the POC project with some financial institution like banks from this month. So we developed underway for the creating the same psychometric test for Japan market. So we use Japanese engineer and Japanese designer, completely different from that last one. Last one is Malaysia. So they developed by Bangladesh team. So I think you can find very different because of the engineer, also designer both are different, because we discussed then, because of Japan is very unique market and the users are very sensitive to the design, also the, how can I say, the UX, how they use the feeling to the touch, or so the usefulness for the movement of everything need to be smooth rather than the other countries. So that's why finally we decide, although the cost will be higher, but if we want to properly to make commercialize in Japan market, it would be better to use a Japanese production, especially the designer, also UX designer of these things. That's why we finally make a decision for use Japanese people. And so first we need to download the ID and password from here. So we use this ID and password, and this is only for POC purpose. That's why everything is quite simple. It's not commercialized purpose yet, but it's very small MVP right now. And so you can see here, so sorry, this is written in Japanese, so most of the audience cannot read it, but just feel it's like guidance to mention about the how we can conducting this test. So you can read the rules, and then you agree with the rules, then you can start the test. So this is almost same. So we also set the time limitation. The time limitation effectively work for given some mild pressure, as we don't like the very, very artificial answer. Means we don't want to user to think too much, because this is instinct, the psychology test. So seek for the answer really instinctively to answer it. So but the structure is almost similar. So ask 48 questions, and so you instinctively to answer totally agree with this, and then I don't agree with this. So this is five degree questions. At the beginning, in Malaysian side, we use the circle round. The size of the circle is slightly different. Do you realize that already? In Malaysia, we use the circle, the outer circle, like strongly agree and strongly disagree is a bigger circle, and then in the middle is neutral, is small circle we use. But according to the psychologist comments, and we should use the same size of the circle, because of it guide the audience to how more psychological effect means. It means if I set the big circle, the guide the audience to answer the big circle. So according to that psychologist, we shouldn't guide any particular bias for the audience. That's why in Japan's version, we use the same size of the circle in here. And it should like very simple, and then using this one color tone you can find in Malaysian side very, very colorful, because Bangladesh team, the designer really like a colorful things, and because of maybe the background of the country. So, but in Japan, designer knows that what's the business background, how can I say, business sector required. It should simple. Also, the color should relate it to our corporate color. It's a green and the salmon pink of our corporate color. So the designer really, really established. So she designed like this. Currently, this Japanese is a little bit wrong because of they use the Google translation. That's why the translate Japanese is a little bit weird, but we need to change soon on. Still under the test, so sorry for today. And maybe like this. So the Japan side UX, the automatically moving if you answer, so automatically move to the next questions. So it's more looks smooth and really seamless. I feel that. So obviously, I think the designer have different choice and different preferences, depends on the market. So I feel that we should choose the designer depends on the market, because the very, very effect of the result. So this is the score, which Japan side, this is the total score. And this is we have 7 categories in Japan side, the leaderships, how socializing and compliance, risk management ability, and analysis, financial analysis ability, financial planning ability, and problem solving ability. So you can compare with, this is your score, the green, and the gray is the average score of the backgrounds, I mean, the total member. And then so you can compare with your capacity and with the average score. Then also this is sub-score according to the 3 elements. So then we will judge as a financial institution, we will judge according to this sub-score and this total score, whether we disperse loan or not. And also same reason, we want to give it like the present. I mean, for this score, the individual also after they answer the queries, and they can also know you more about what is your strengths and what is your weakness, and compare with the standard level of the people. And then you can figure out that you can enjoy to get some analysis as your behavior pattern or your nature related to financial activity. So it makes really fun after participate of this POC project. So it's like a present, I mean, reward to participant of our project. So that's the differences between Japan side, also the Malaysian side. I think I speak in almost 30 minutes, and so it is high time for accepting the Q&A session.
Thank you very much, Fumiko, for that insight presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we will be opening the floor for the Q&A portion. Let me check. Sorry, I muted. So we were opening the floor for the Q&A portion. Let me check the Q&A chat. So we have 2 questions. One question, Regarding the credit assessment, I understood that it's difficult for micro business startup. How do they manage the credit right now without before your service, or they cannot manage to get it? So, Fumiko, please answer it.
The question is how to manage for the payback, I mean, the collection part or the risk, you mean?
Noriko-san, you mute off and you say, Could you talk with us, Noriko-san?
Very sorry.
Just a moment, please.
Sorry, you can read it again for I can consume better.
Can you hear me right now?
Yep.
Thank you. So I understand that there is a difficulty right now for a micro business startup to get the credit assessment, to pass the credit assessment. And so that's why you created this service. And I just wonder, how do they manage it right now or before your service, without your service?
Oh, basically I heard first they asking their network, like families or relatives or friends first, because basically they cannot access the traditional finance yet, like a banks, or they go to the money lender. In here, Malaysia, more than 5,000 money lender. Japan also 4,600. So a lot of money lender, but Malaysia have issues, a lot of illegal more than official. So usually the small entrepreneur might in trouble involved with the illegal money lender because they cannot distinguish which is which. So in this case, they need to pay extraordinary high interest rates or really hassle with the borrowing. So I heard a lot of, I mean, even the newspaper, every day you can find so many incidents. So that's the trouble the user gets.
Thank you.
You have one more question?
Yes, I got another question that it's regarding about the UX between the difference of the UX design between Japan and Malaysia. So I understood that the design is different depending on the cultures. And I also wonder if there is no difference between the content order or the question order, depending on the difference of the culture.
Yeah, I think the question is the same, but we assume the algorithm will be changed because of we haven't acquired the data number of data yet. That's why we use the same algorithm, the same score calculation system right now. But in near future, after we targeting 10,000 data, according to statisticians said 10,000 data, that we might have a certain, how can I say, the stable algorithm way. Then that time, we can easily to find the differences between the two countries. So usually Japan, the human behavior is more tend to be like an employee as just following the rules which society required. It's more organized, and so but in Malaysia, usually 2 to 3 years after, people start to be independent. So after certain years working in some company, they want to be a freelancer or start their own business, and also they can really like leadership to be independent. That's quite a different way of the nature behavior pattern between these two countries. So our algorithm really easily to change different. So we are also want to customize in our psychometric scoring model into each area. Otherwise, it's not fixed. We cannot restrain the default cost. So we are looking forward accumulating the number of data after POC project. Then we can always fit with the market and fit with the behavior pattern of each culture. So it's good question. Questionnaire itself is same, but algorithm can be different, depends on the market. That's our strategy.
Oh, I see. Thank you so much.
Are there any other question? So, may I have one question?
Thank
Would you like us know what's the best thing, most amazing, happiest thing about doing this work?
Oh, there are some moments. First of all, they give us the recommendation once they apply to start using, then they are really moved or impressed of our processes more easy than other money lender, or of course, compare with the banks, of course. So they feel good experience. So then they give it the good referral and this experience to their network or friends. They introduce us, so their referral. That moment, I'm really happy because of they like our service and they recommended other one to bring it to our network. That is the first moment. And the second point is after 6 months, or usually our package is 12 months, it's almost 1 year. So gradually, I mean, someone repay back on time or someone start to delay. But so it's quite easy to analyze of someone who repay back on time. Then we give it them as offer for introduce the banks as a good customer with the good score, historical score. And then so they can access the bank's loan a more bigger size and lower interest rates. Of course, we lose this customer, but our ultimate goal is they grow their business itself. So we are welcome to, if we find a good customer, a very punctual, they seek for extra money, then we will willing to introduce our customer to the banks. The banks also happy, and then usually we will get the incentive from the banks. And banks will be happy. Also, the borrower, of course, they will be happy to access the better loan. So we are function as like a bridge between when they start the business until they can be a customer to the banks. It usually takes 2 to 3 years until they creating the better credit score. So we are here for the customer as a bridge serve for these 2 to 3 years to connect it with the banks. So we are so happy to find the customer to access the loan to the bank after graduation of our service.
That's good to hear. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there any questions? Okay. So, I'm afraid our time is almost up. Once again, we would like to express our appreciation to Fumiko. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much having me. Thank you for listening.
Tokyo X still continues on. Please stay tuned. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。